So that's the anarchist movement started from that.
Yeah, it started.
And what's the other word you keep? Antifa.
Antifa, which is the the anti-fascists.
Anti-fascist.
So it's really a part of it now.
Yeah.
You'll see, like even here, you get this to understand. It's basically the working class.
Yeah.
You can see the supporters, obviously against the wars in Palestine, against this whole globalist movement. But again, the open people, the anarchists, and it's now all subdivided. You got the punks, you got the rap, you got all that stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of politics.
Yeah.
Here, it's more than just we hate police. There's a politics to it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of poetry to it. I mean, the people who actually lived here during the years of the anarchist regime and all this Exarchia movement that's known.
Yo, y'all see son in the back? Y'all see son in the back? Son got the hoodie. I'm telling you right now, that's the nigga. He don't say much. He just do. We gonna call him doer. You feel what I'm saying? Like he got his hands in his pocket. Like, yo, I wish somebody would step up here and say anything to Spanian. I know my boy right here. Anything that I don't like, even if he just got his hands in his pocket like me, there's gonna be a problem. I like him. I feel like we ain't gonna get much out of him, cause his job is to just be like making sure niggas don't act crazy. You feel me?
Today, we're actually a lot of artists, architects, poets, singers, and many of the taverns here are named after a lot of these famous people.
Yeah, well.
So it's nice. We'll go and walk in those narrow streets.
Yep, nice.
This is the main avenue, so we're cool here.
Yep.
But I just want to show you the gate. So where the tank went.
So this is the gate where it all began.
Yeah, so when the students wanted to revolutionize, so they wanted to protest against the military regime of the government, which we had for 7 years back then.
Yeah.
In 1974, they took over the university here. This was the main university of Greece in Athens. And so they boarded up all the gates, closed it up, and the students stayed in, not letting anyone in. There's the gate.
Oh, that's still the gate.
Yep, it's the original.
Wow, that's the original gate there.
And that's the students that were killed.
They were killed right there.
Yeah, that's the marble dedicated to their name.
Oh, that's the marble. Yeah, it's the marble. Oh, yeah, the plaque. I see.
So they were closed.
Yo, that is so crazy, bro.
All this, and this is where the tank came.
Wow.
And the military, so the army told them that, you're either gonna get out or we're gonna come in. And the students said, what are you gonna do? You're gonna step on us? And that's what they did.
They actually done that.
They even shot people. So there's stories and pictures of the police actually shooting 19-year-olds and normal citizens from the neighborhood who were just against this whole military coup. Let me show you.
So at that time,
You see, a lot of these places be having some ugly history, and you notice you never hear like the celebrities talk about. You never really hear about it in the news. You never really hear about it. You just think these places just no, they got no nasty history, just beautiful, nice, sunny things. Bullshit till you get there and you like, oh yeah, back in this happened. They was popping kids and that shit is crazy. Shit like that, cause shit like that, it makes you wonder how ugly does it get. You know, because there's things that we know that they show, and there's things that we would never know. I'm telling you. Y'all think I'm paranoid, lads? Wake up. Smell of coffee.
the military took over the government.
Yeah, the whole government.
I am a little high, so it adds a little bit of paranoia. But still, telling you.
In charge of Greece.
Dictatorship.
Dictatorship.
Wow.
And this was where the original gate was. So imagine all the students standing here. There's the university. Look at the beautiful building.
Yeah,
imagine
it is
having
beautiful.
that as a university. It's still
It is beautiful. It still functions?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, you can even tell from the architecture.
That's giving me goosebumps, bro, like seeing the gate. It's giving me, like, I'm getting goosebumps. Wow.
So those people, the students of back then, are now in their 70s, because this happened in 74.
Yeah.
And so imagine they had just stopped, blocked all the people off here.
Yeah.
Saying you're not going to come in. The tank came here with hundreds of military soldiers, dragged through the gate. There's the gate.
Yeah.
And because artillery tanks are huge. Just imagine that driving over citizens and students.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Which is what brought the military dictatorship to fall. The same year they fell.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
well,
fell to that.
because of that
Ever
incident.
since then, it's become this kind of, let's say, Christiania zoned area where, there's no copper roofs in the area, only if there's a...
Shout out to my lads. Hold on. Yo, lads, you clicked the title, you read the page, you know this about to be a good one. Yo, lads, stream. It's going down. I suggest you get at my Twitch, all right? Get at my Twitch, TT Shanell on Kick, all right? Let's get to it. Let's search.
Tourist attractions. It's just crazy.
All right, let's get to when shit start getting ghetto. Let's get to when Spanian meet up with the lad. Because I be getting y'all comments. A lot of y'all like when we get to the point. So here. Let's search.
So Exarchia, you know, it's a really interesting neighborhood from universities and history. This goes back to 1967.
Yep.
So Greece had a junta, which was a military coup. So in 1967, the Greek military took over the government and they crashed into the parliament.
Oh, really?
And they were in charge. So the university students revolutionized against them. And this was 1967 to 1974. But they fell in 1974 because a tank drove over students at one of the protests.
No
I'm
way.
going to take you right to the gate where the tank entered. Now the only thing with Exarchia is we're just going to keep it low with the camera.
Yep.
Thank God it's such a small thing.
Yep.
But you know, we're not stupid. We can tell when someone's a bit sketchy about the camera. It's early in the morning. We'll take care of it. Me and Leo, we grew up there as young kids. We used to go there a lot. I'll show you a few.
Yo, this shit about to be ghetto, yo. Before you enter a nigga hood, if they telling you, yeah, you know, thank God the camera's small, so we gotta put it down, okay? What? Nah, you know that shit ghetto.
Places where shit happened.
Yeah, well.
A lot of shit happened.
Nice. All right.
Running from cops for no reason. Molotovs being thrown at you while you're just having a gyros.
Wow.
Out of the blue, you're just chilling, hanging out. Because it's like I don't know if you've heard of Christiania in Denmark.
Yeah,
It's like an area.
I've been there.
So basically, it's a bit similar.
Yeah.
Like it's not legal to smoke weed there, but
Yep.
so many, because there's no coparoos. You have all the kids just smoking and smoking. It's been like that for years. In fact,
Yo, I can't stand places where weed ain't legal. Don't nothing piss me off than a place that say weed is illegal. Why not? I just want to know why. Because there should be no reason why you abortion, but you can't smoke the dope. Huh? Something that grows from the earth, I can't smoke the dope. But in some places, women get pregnant and they say, I don't want that baby. They can just get rid of their baby. That's a little crazy if you ask me. I don't know. Listen, I'm all for choices. All I'm saying is if you can get an abortion, you should be able to smoke the dope. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
it's
saying.
been like that for 30 years now.
Yeah.
Obviously now it's changed. The last 5 years they're building a new metro system in Athens, and it was the government's big excuse to make a metro station in the square of Exarchia.
Yeah.
But the anarchists of Exarchia have always declined it, and they keep saying, like, you try build that metro, we're still gonna burn it down.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, because they're building the metro and they've closed off the square. So we're gonna go through that. We're gonna go through that. It's right next to the university.
All right,
So
let's
much to
go.
see.
Let's go. Wow.
More space here.
Yo. Oh.
So δεύτερο. So it's like one of these areas where you'll see the whole city is like a nice CBD area.
Yup.
And suddenly within one street, everything changes.
Yeah, I was saying that. You walk up one street, it's completely different.
Completely. You'll notice that now when we cross the main street into the narrow streets,
Yup.
you'll see the graffiti and whatever, everything I mean. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah.
So basically this street splits Exarchia
Yep.
with the rest of Athens.
This street here.
This street here. So once we turn left, we're in Exarchia.
Yo, the way my anxiety set up, I'd have been like, yo, bro, we can't take a call. Nah, bro, we gotta take a bite. Video over. Like, I'm sorry. The way my anxiety, I cannot ride on the back of a motorcycle over. I don't trust people that much. Like, I don't know. You might drive crazy. Then now I fly off. I'm little. I'm small. I fuck around fling. Nah, it's just too risky. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that shit look like the trenches. But no cap, how in the hell does it look like that on the walls? You see how the graffiti look all crazy? Look at it. It look mad crazy right here. But then when you look down there, it look mad nice. Like, what the hell? This type of shit get you robbed. You like, oh, this is really nice. This is nice. And you start walking further, you like, oh shit, what the? It's taking a turn.
So much graffiti, eh?
Yep. We're number one in Greece. In fact, I got you a little gift.
Oh yeah.
So I grew up as a graffiti artist, and one of my
really,
best
really?
friends is actually one of the most famous graffiti artists in the world.
No
and
way.
he has a USB stick, which obviously we can't sell it publicly. We only give it privately because there's so many videos of all the trains he sprayed in the world.
Oh wow.
And I think even in Australia he's been.
Wow.
And he's Greek. He's got a shop right around the corner.
Wow.
Which we might, if you're in the mood, we can even pass by just to say hello.
Well, what is he write? What's his name?
So it's NSK is the crew.
Yep.
And Adiso is the name.
Atiso NSK.
NSK is the crew. It's a very big crew in Europe.
Yeah, nice.
So to the left here, you'll see the square, the main square.
Oh,
And these are basically university buildings.
Yep.
Well, a lot of people live here. The blue-colored building here
Yo, I ain't hear Spanian say yup, and mad long. Yup.
Yep.
is literally called the Blue Building. It's a famous blue building. It was built right at the beginning of when Exarchia started becoming this. And as you see here, this used to be the square.
All right.
So they're building the metro here. This place has literally been on fire 100 times, more than 100,000 times. All the protests in Greece, all the backlashes and the fires you used to see about 10 years ago, all this happened here.
See, the thing with protesting to me is, does it make sense? And I'm asking a question. Why do they destroy their own community? That I never understood. I don't understand destroying communities, period. Because the problem is the people. So you're ruining the buildings when it's certain people that you have issues with. So I never understood the whole destroying the building thing. I don't think I would handle things that way. You know? And I feel like people like that, they don't know how to deal with their anger. Like they're mad at a person and they'll probably punch a wall. It's like, yo, bro, like, what did that wall do to you? You know, it's like, come on, calm down.
Well, they all happen here.
Yep. So you see the Copperoos?
Yep.
They never were there. That's a new thing.
Yep.
So back in the day, this whole street, there were never Copperoos. The only reason there was a Copperoo is because we were battling the Copperoos.
Yeah.
So they had, they were the riot police, hundreds of them. We were throwing Molotovs, not specifically me, but I knew a lot of the people.
Yep.
I grew up with these boys here. And the reason I'm taking you here is because this is where it all started.
All right.
So I was thinking maybe we park the bike here and we do a walk from here onwards.
Yep. Perfect.
This here's the Polytechnic, so it's Greece's most famous.
12.
Yeah, it's the first letter.
No, but that shit happened mad long ago, and they still didn't try to like at least clean the streets up. You see how they just don't care about us, yo? They do not care about us, not one bit. That's why I don't pay to destroy your own community. I'm telling you, it really does not.
Oh, SCAB.
SCAB.
Oh, okay.
That's how we say it here.
So that's the anarchist movement started from that.
Yeah, it started.
And what's the other word you keep? Antifa.
Antifa, which is the anti-fascists.
Anti-fascist.
So it's really a part of it now.
Yeah.
You'll see, like even here, you get this to understand. It's basically the working class. You can see the supporters, obviously against the wars in Palestine, against this whole globalist movement. But again, the open people, the anarchists, and it's now all subdivided. You got the punks, you got the rap, you got all that stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of politics here. It's more than just we hate police. There's a politics to it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of poetry to it. I mean, the people who actually lived here during the years of the anarchist regime and all this Exarchia movement that's known.
Yo, y'all see Son in the back? Son got the hoodie. I'm telling you right now, that's the nigga. He don't say much. He just do. We gonna call him doer. You feel what I'm saying? Like he got his hands in his pocket. Like, yo, I wish somebody would step up here and say anything to Spanian on my boy right here. Anything that I don't like. Even if he just got his hands in his pocket like me, there's gonna be a problem. I like him. I feel like we ain't gonna get much out of him. Cause his job is to just be like making sure niggas don't act crazy. You feel me?
Today, we're actually a lot of artists, architects, poets, singers, and many of the taverns here are named after a lot of these famous people.
Yeah, well.
So it's nice. We'll go and walk in those narrow streets.
Yep, nice.
This is the main avenue, so we're cool here.
Yep.
But I just want to show you the gate. So where the tank went.
So this is the gates where it all began.
Yeah, so when the students wanted to revolutionize, so they wanted to protest against the military regime of the government, which we had for 7 years back then. In 1974, they took over the university here. This was the main university of Greece in Athens. And so they boarded up all the gates, closed it up, and the students stayed in, not letting anyone in. There's the gate.
Oh, that's still the gate?
Yep, it's the original.
Wow, that's the original gate there.
And that's the students that were killed.
They were killed right there.
Yeah, that's the marble with dedicated to their name.
Oh, that's the marble. Yeah, it's the marble. Oh, yeah, the plaque. I see.
So they were closed.
Yo, that is so crazy, bro.
You know this, and this is where the tank came. And the military, so the army told them that you're either gonna get out or we're gonna come in. And the students said, what are you gonna do? You're gonna step on us? and that's what they did.
They actually done that.
They
yeah.
even shot people. So there's stories and pictures of the police actually shooting 19-year-olds and normal citizens from the neighborhood who were just against this whole military coup. Let me show you.
So at that time,
You see, a lot of these places be having some ugly history, and you notice you never hear like the celebrities talk about. You never really hear about it in the news. You never really hear about it. You just think these places just so no, they got no nasty history, just beautiful, nice, sunny things. Bullshit till you get there and you like, oh yeah, back in this this happened. They was popping kids and that shit is crazy. That play shit like that, cause shit like that, it makes you wonder how ugly does it get. You know, because there's things that we know that they show, and there's things that we would never know. I'm telling you. Y'all think I'm paranoid, lads? Wake up. Smell of coffee.
the military took over the government.
Yeah, the whole government. It was
I am a little high, so it adds a little bit of paranoia. But still, I'm telling you.
in charge of Greece.
It was a dictatorship.
Just dictatorship. Wow.
And this was where the original gate was. So imagine all the students standing here. There's the university. Look at the beautiful building.
Yeah,
Imagine
it is
having that
beautiful.
as a university. It's still
It
in
is
function.
beautiful. It still functions?
Of course it
Alright,
is.
yeah.
It's, I mean, you can even tell from the architecture.
That's giving me goosebumps, bro, like seeing the gate. It's giving me, like, I'm getting goosebumps. Wow.
So those people, the students of back then, are now in their 70s because this happened in 74.
Yeah.
And so imagine they had just stopped, blocked all the people off here.
Yeah.
Saying you're not going to come in. The tank came here with hundreds of military soldiers, dragged through the gate. There's the gate.
Yeah.
And because artillery tanks are huge. Just imagine that driving over citizens
Yeah.
and students.
Yeah.
Which
Ridiculous.
is what brought the military dictatorship to fall. The same
Yeah.
year they fell.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
well,
fell to that.
because of that
Ever
incident.
since then, it's become this kind of, let's say, Christiania zoned
Yeah.
area where, there's no copper rules
Yeah.
in the area, only if there's a big protest.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the main date of this, the most important time, well, the day they protest, which happened, was November the 17th. So that's in a few days from now.
If you
Yeah.
would come in 10 days now, you would see riots all over in this area.
So in 10
But
days
they're
from now,
crazy riots.
everything's closed
Yeah.
and the whole city is going to be on fire. It happens every year ever since.
Really?
Yeah, in 10 years from
6
now.
on December is these 2 dates that they have crazy riots.
6th of December will tell you the story. That's even crazier. That's up
Yeah,
the street.
yeah.
What? Yo, living like that would give me anxiety. Like just knowing that it's going down, at a certain time, every time. Like that would give me anxiety.
That's
Yeah,
where we're going to have
wow.
to be careful with the camera.
And there is like an unofficial border of this suburb that the police have just stopped patrolling.
Yeah. So basically, this is it.
Yeah.
And the moment we turn left, we're within the area.
Yeah.
But it's not official. It's not like the government says,
Yeah, it's not
there's
official,
no police,
yeah.
there's no that. It's just they don't exist. And
How did that come about? Because they just kept getting attacked, so they just thought,
yeah, I mean,
Stuff it.
it became such a strong university hold because of what happened here that students from all over the universities of Greece and actually all over the Balkans came, and even Europe, just to support the students here. It was
Did
such,
they?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was such an international thing.
Yeah,
Greece,
yeah.
tank just killing students in
Yeah.
1967. This was the hippie age.
Yeah.
1974. Sorry about that.
74.
So
yeah.
67, the regime takes over the government. 74, they fall because of what they did to the students here.
Wow.
And ever since, it's forever been like that.
Yeah. He was just saying, there's a lot of parts up here that I can't be open with the camera. Like it should be sweet, but be subtle with the camera. And there's all the Greek YouTubers want to come here and do videos, but they can't. Just Anyos, lad.
Only Anyos,
All the way from Sydney, brother.
We got you.
Yo, Fanyan said, I got the juice, you heard? Kind of like when I went to Pop Smoke neighborhood and my son Rich rolled to make sure I had everything, make sure I was good. He was like, everybody can't come here. You got to check in. You got to know somebody that knows somebody. So shout out to having the juice, you know what I mean? And that just comes with respect and not being on wear that shit. You know what I mean? Once you start being on wear that shit, nobody want to be around you. You know what I mean?
But you'll notice it's a very architectural engineering kind of departments for the students. You've got a lot of artists, a lot of musicians.
Yeah.
That's why you get all the influence from all the street art, which actually makes it a very nice area. The fact that the government doesn't like it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it can have its bad days with the protests, but we who lived the good part of it, we had a really great time. Of course, it doesn't mean everyone agrees with what happens here. Mm-hmm. So as we go straight up, we'll be in the square.
Sweet. And those police that we seen in the square,
I like how he call them copperoos.
It's new.
that's just a new thing, and
Because of
that's
the metro.
because of their building the metro.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. to always have
which is
visual
getting
surveillance.
which is getting really objected to. So I presume in 10 days from now, that will be one of the places on fire.
Oh, for sure. Everything here. I mean, I can tell you stories here. So the square is up the street.
Yeah.
And there were times where we're just drinking beers and smoking with the boys in the square.
Yeah.
And you just, out of the blue, 11, 12, whatever time you want, you hear a big bomb. And that's when you knew that's either the Copperoos,
Yeah.
shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you see the boys, you know, the clothing was like, it was simple. Black everything. North Face, everyone.
Yeah.
Masks.
What? Niggas was giving it up crazy in the North Face? Nah, I ain't giving it up crazy in my North Face. First of all, North Face start at $300. Let's just start there. That's for the puffy ones, you know what I mean? If you want the expensive ones, that's $400, $500, $600 up. I'm not fighting and I'm not doing nothing crazy in my North Face now. That's where I draw the line. I know y'all probably like, TT, really? They trying to stand for something. You heard about their North Face. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to stand for something, and you know you're going to survive out of that, now your code is all messed up. Now you're going to be cold. Sometimes you just got to think far.
We even had the oxygen masks. Some of them were pros because, you know, they had the gas.
Yeah.
Which could, you know, make you choke.
Well.
So a lot of the homies, they'd run. So the square's up there. And we literally chased the Copperoos down the street. And it was like a battle. So imagine me. I was 19, 18, 20, 16, 17. We're just kids. Now I'm 28. It's not like I don't...
Yo, that's crazy. I'm 32. How I'm older than this nigga? Yo, lads, I'm old as fuck. Yo, that shit crazy. Niggas is old. Yo, lads, get at my Twitch. Don't forget, yo, for real, lads. I'm gonna square up on y'all. Please get at my Twitch. I have to have at least 1,000 followers before I start streaming December 1st. That was like, it's almost 6,000 of us on here, lads. Come on, lads. It's about to go down on Twitch. I'm telling you. I think I'm playing. I think I'm playing.
Support it, but it's a different thing. I'm not a student anymore. I've kind of grown up.
Yeah.
It's good to remember, and it's not like how it used to be.
Yeah. That would be crazy.
I think 10 years ago, almost impossible to make a video here.
Yeah, would it? Yeah.
And imagine that all the streets were closed, all the garbage bins that you see are on fire.
Yeah.
Everything's on fire. It's like a war zone.
That's crazy.
And here's one of the main clubs where the really underground rappers that we used to listen to back in the day from Greece. It's called the Ant Club. They used to come here, and we used to be like full out blown boys here, 3,500 of us just to enter this club.
Really? This is the spot.
You'd enter here,
The end.
whether you smoked or not, you'd get out high.
Oh, now that sound like my type of party. They talk about, lads.
Let me get this.
There's shit that happened in here, and it's been here since '87.
Wow. So this is an iconic club.
That's a friend of mine. That's the boy.
What it says, Life Trap,
Live
right?
Trap's his tag. Yeah, so
Live
he's
Trap,
he's the graphic designer who did all of
Yeah,
this.
beautiful. Wow. So this was the spot, eh? All the rappers.
And not only rap, but there's a lot of punk.
Yeah. A lot of punk, right? Yeah.
Now, historically, punk and rap get along, but you know, I think that you're either one or the other. I
Yeah.
tend to be from the rap scene, but I got so many friends from the punk scene.
Oh, really?
You know, the logic and the politics is similar, like you can see here. It's a very revolutionary place.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gangster.
Justice for Zaki. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, he died. They killed him.
Yeah, he like, yo, I know everything around these parts. I like him, yo.
I think so. 5 years ago, he was a trans dude,
Yeah.
and that guy killed him here in Exarchia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was trans. That's why the image.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
They killed him because he was trans.
Damn, what? What? They killed him because he was trans? Yo, and this is why I be trying to tell people, yo, you don't know how good we have it in America. That stuff like that won't happen. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And that guy killed him here in Exarchia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was trans. That's why the image.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
They killed him because he was trans.
Something
Here
like
in
that.
Exarchia?
Yeah. In Exarchia, not
That's
even
some
in
fucked up
not near the square. It was in the main road.
Yeah. Already.
Nah, it's one thing to disagree with something, but to kill someone because you don't agree with their lifestyle, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Nah. That shit is crazy. I don't like that.
Already?
Yeah, shot back there.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get to the square.
We got sketchy looks.
Yeah, it's one of these places that you'll never have a YouTuber, but we'll get through this.
Nice.
Look, in the daytime, it's not so strict, let's say.
Yeah.
In the
Still
nighttime,
gotta-
it's different.
Yeah.
Because you'll
The
see
night-
even more
forget it.
police and nowadays you can't see.
Night.
Yeah.
It's nothing like before.
Yeah.
Before it was like freedom. You could do anything you
Happened
wanted.
here, bro. Where are all the trees?
Yeah. That's what
This
I
used to be full of trees.
Really?
I want to show Agnes the spot at Agrafa, the souvlaki place, when I was getting my gyros.
Yeah.
Walking out the place, it's very famous, I'll never forget this. I'm walking out the bar with my gyros, and just I'm about to step out, I heard like a few hits and bombs from the protesters. But I didn't know they were that close. That's how instantly this happened. So I get out, and suddenly I'm thrown to the ground by like 100 militarized zone riot police with their shields, and they throw me to the ground. I'm stepped on by 100 people. Just because, this happened like a few hundred meters.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not a Koperu, you're going to be attacked.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
for being in this area.
Wow.
And here on the rooftops, you see above?
Yeah.
So this is the square. And when the protest got really bad,
Yeah.
some of the boys found a way always to get inside the buildings.
Yeah.
And we go to the rooftops, and many of the rooftops would have like flower pots this big.
Yeah.
So we'd be throwing them down at the riot police, smashing their heads and shit.
Yo, what? Now he's saying it like he proud of that.
And I remember this,
From all of these rooftops, eh?
even the higher ones on the main square.
Well, like up there. How do you stop that, eh? Yeah, how can you stop that?
Well, they used to, 100 police officers, you'd see them enter the building and remove us one by one. And there's so many
really?
stories from,
Yeah.
I know boys who were put in these buses, and instead of being arrested, because the Greek government is supposed to arrest them, that's what the job of the police officer, right? Instead of arresting them, they take 30 of the boys, they knew some of our friends, and they put them in the truck, and they'd all get beaten one by one and hidden from cameras, hidden from the police.
Yeah.
And then they'd be thrown
Books
back.
on their faces, so it doesn't leave a
Yeah,
mark.
it doesn't
You
leave
put
a
like
mark.
a pillow or a jacket.
Yeah,
and start
but it's the
signing.
force still goes through.
What? I didn't even know that. I didn't know you could put a pillow on someone and just start. I didn't know that.
But it doesn't, yeah.
Then you smash it.
Yeah.
So that's how illegal the cops were.
Well,
So it's not like we're protecting them. They did something.
yeah.
Yeah, I see why now. I see why he said it like he was proud of that. Because let me tell you something. Some of them cops, they be so prejudiced and racist, and they just don't like you just because you're you. Imagine not liking somebody because they're them. That's just crazy, lads. Make no goddamn sense. You ask me.
At night here, it's full
Like,
of
imagine not liking me because all I do is reaction videos, my little vlogs, my little food reviews, and smoke the dope. Imagine.
shops, all these tables here. And it's the classic rakomeladico, which means in Greek it's a place where you can just sit and order a few cups of small plates of food, like we say meze, like the Arabs. And you get these small portions of food and hot alcoholic drinks, chipuro, ouzo, raki.
Yep.
Like you saw in Crete, the raki.
Yeah. This is the spot here.
These are some of these spots.
Yeah.
It's closed now, but at night it's packed.
Yeah, pumps at night, eh?
And here on the right is the most sketchy part.
Is
So
it?
this is where the camera...
All right.
Uh-oh, lads. About to get ghetto.
Keep an eye out, lad. I'll keep the camera under my
I'm not even
chin.
going to say much.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go
We'll just
through.
walk it.
People notice if I speak too much.
All right. So we're just going to walk through and observe here.
That's the name of the kid that they killed
On 2008.
2008.
Which name?
Alexandros.
Oh, yeah.
Years old, and he was murdered.
He was shot in the head by a cop.
15 years old,
In
he
a
was
riot.
shot in the head by a cop.
Alexander Grigoropoulos.
Grigoropoulos.
There's even a marble down the street.
Is
That's
there?
why I say, yeah,
Wow.
this is sketchy, but,
And they've put a plaque up for him.
yeah, because it happened on this street.
Oh, it happened on this street. All right, we'll walk through here quietly.
If you come on 6th of December again, you will see many riots in this.
Yeah, well.
It's just with that anything is-
And I,
Nigga said if you come back in December, you'll see mini riot Spaniard. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't know. I don't think Spaniard should do that. Like, that's another level of danger.
hey, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I'd have been like, nah, I'm good. This is all enough. I don't need to come back in December. Thoughts and prayers, though, but nah, bro.
The reason you see a lot of yellow coloring is the Ajax football team.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. Saying the football club, AEK, Exarchia. So this is full like ground zero here. This is like the center, right?
Yeah.
This is the stronghold.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that'd be a fire ass music video though. You know, like the scenery, that shit look fire.
This is where they killed the young boy.
Oh, right here.
That's his picture. See, he was 16 years old.
God bless this kid.
And
Wow.
They didn't even aim at him. Supposedly they said that's what the cops say, but nobody believes it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there was metal fencing here. That's what I remember. And so that bullet supposedly hit the metal fencings and hit his head, but I don't believe them.
Yeah.
Nobody does. It says here on the 6th of December 2008.
He said, I don't believe him. Nobody does. Yeah, nobody ever believe the police, man. Because they be some lying ass nigga, bro.
Εντελώς ανετία. Έζησε so without any reason. The smile of this young 15-year-old boy, Alexandros Grigoropoulos, was taken away by bullets from murderers, which were the police.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a famous graffiti.
Yeah.
And here also is the real marble stone, the gravestone they put for him.
So this was just here.
It was just here, brother.
That's crazy.
Some of these graffitis have never been removed for almost 20 years, just out of the respect.
Oh, really?
One of them is the police.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
been there since 2010, 12.
Has it?
Never changed. In fact, the only rapper in Greece who ever made a video clip here, because rappers are not going to come here, they're just going to be attacked. He's a good friend of ours.
Really, it's that. Even if a rapper come here,
You see, I just said that'd be a fire ass video. He said, nah, rappers don't usually come over here.
get attacked.
If the most underground rapper, you're not going to make it here.
No way.
No. You're not accepted. Only one guy was, because he was part of the team.
Yeah. So look, this is literally a blessing that to film this video.
We're not supposed to be here.
Wow, bro.
But I told you we'd make this happen.
Yeah. And it's just
I'd have been like, all right, well, you know what? I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we got what we got. The lads would appreciate this. Let's head out.
it just emphasizes how much of a blessing last night was to bump into you. You know what I mean? Because you know me, like I would have been around here sneaking around by myself, cause that's what I do. Probably would have got attacked.
But you can imagine the
Spanian, that's not funny. You know, let's not. But I'm glad he met up with him. But you see, that was God, because he put that together so that way Spanian nothing happened to him, because that's crazy.
It was a war zone.
Yeah.
Like you might see shops now, but it still was a war zone here.
Yeah.
And this was during the crisis, when Greece hit the crisis, 2007. A year later, this happened.
What's happening with this?
So this is
Well, it looks
brand
like
new.
a prison, yeah.
I mean, no, it's actually a modern building. Real estate agents who bought it, and look how they're dealing with the people of the neighborhood.
Oh,
Do you see what I
wow.
mean? This is just
So-
real estate. They're just
So this is just built,
This is just a house.
and this is how they're keeping them out, bro.
Obviously, no one came.
Yeah,
you
no
can
one
tell.
came.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean, this was all.
So real estates, they built these thinking they're going to sell apartments.
Yeah.
No one moved here, and everyone's just hammering it. So they've turned it into a prison. Look at it. That's crazy.
That's like at least
That's a terrible investment.
a 3 to 4 million euro investment.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Those
just
are the
said
big
that.
You can see people. You can see just like the anger of the people, even just throwing black ink at it, just out of disgust. Like I can't get over. I'm just going to throw ink at it. You know what I mean? Like.
Because you know, what's the word? Not cheap. It's just a more.
It's a low-cost region.
Low-cost
Yeah.
Once they announced that they will have the metro over here, everyone came and bought the places over here.
which
Yeah.
was governmental pushed.
Yeah.
So the government pushed these rich Greek
Yeah.
people.
Because they want to fix the area.
You
They
fix
want
it.
to make
Yeah.
fix that shit up, but you know,
yeah.
you're not gonna fix something up that's literally part of the culture.
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
culture
agree
of
with
the
fixing up.
people.
I think the government should look at a way to respect these people. I know there's bad
Yeah.
shit happens, but you should find a mutual understanding.
Yeah.
I mean, if you come and try build real estate like this, obviously
100%. What is the say people that aren't from other people in Athens? What is their view on what happens in Exarchia? What is the outsider view of the normal person? Do they think of this as a good place, or do they think of this as like those bastards?
look, if they're watching the news, it's a bad place.
It's a bad
The
place.
news
But
are
the
always-
older people.
The older people.
So like the village.
And that's why I do what I do, because the news will have you thinking these places just all terrible. Nah, man, you got to really get to know these folks.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about the real Athens,
Yeah.
I mean, even cool
The new
people-
generation understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, cool people who have nothing to do with rap or punk or any
Yeah.
of this scene will actually come here and have a really nice night out and drink out.
Yeah.
Well, that's the day.
in a day.
Mind
Yeah.
you, back 10 years ago, that shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
You only had specific people. And yes, even back then, our generation, some kids who were just into other kinds of music and the more pop lifestyle, they'd never come here.
Yeah.
Like, why you coming here, this
Yeah.
dirty place?
Yeah.
We were part of this. It ain't dirty. It's just the way you said it.
Yeah.
It's the way you see it.
So does the news ever like propaganda against this place?
Always.
Just trying to make it
24/7.
out like
Yeah.
they're just
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They always make excuses like they ruined this part of town, which it's not true. Exarchia is a big area. This
Yeah.
is just the CBD part of
Exarchia. So I was saying we get on the bikes later, and I just take you through a little drive through this narrow streets of Exarchia and take you to this hill.
Yeah.
LOTTO to Strefi, it's called. Yeah. And there you actually get the view of the city, and you actually notice that the architecture around that hill and even in this area is actually beautiful.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that some of these places, they have beautiful places too. But the news will only show you the bad parts. So you be like, nah, I ain't never going over there. You get to miss out on on the good stuff. That's why when I went to Newark, I showed you guys the good part of Newark. And then, I'm going to show you guys the ghetto. I think I showed you guys both in that video too. So go get at my Outside with TT series. Let's get it.
I don't see why the government's complaining. It's just, the protests all come from here, and some people can hide their shit here to start a protest.
Yeah.
Molotovs and all that shit.
I can't believe that 10 days from now it's going to go off.
Yeah. If you would come 10 days later, you would see everything. And also, all these shops were over here, but other shops that you saw, cafes and everything, it was just plain. Yep. No one would open up a business in Exarchia because they knew what people are coming over here.
Yeah.
And once they announced that the metro is coming, everyone started buying places and everything, purchasing everything, so they can get the money, of course.
Yeah.
And now you will see the guys with the suit, you will see the woman with the heels and everything. But before you would just see guys like that, all black.
Oh, yeah. Or just all hoodlums.
The green shirt doesn't pass. Yeah.
All lads, all young Adelays.
I have to wear a yellow shirt here.
Oh, really?
Panathinaikos is the green team, and this area is only AEK.
Oh, wow. Somewhere in the wrong colour even.
I saw him with the green.
And you thought, oh, here we go.
Oh, shit.
That's exactly what we said. Shit, here we go again.
That's like, it's funny. One time I wore the complete wrong soccer jersey in Serbia because they got Red Star and someone else, and I went in the hood with the wrong jersey on. And like, no one seen me. Everyone in the comments is like, bro, if they seen you with that jersey, they would have killed you.
Yo, that's how it was when niggas went to O Block, right? So my mans had, because they don't really mess with the GD. So my mans had like a black Adidas shirt on. Now in New York, that's kind of like, if you got black Adidas on, you kind of like want some GD shit. But I'm not really sure how it was in Chicago, but this nigga had a black Adidas shirt on. I said, we gonna die. Thank God we ain't die, though.
And here's a good example to see how the government, when it abandons these areas, the local people prove to the government they can make a nice place out of this.
Yeah. Capitalism must fall. Yeah.
So here on the right is a famous park called the Park of Navarino. To show you that the government never did this. This is local people from the area. They did it with their own hand. No money.
Really?
The government threatened to get rid of this park.
Yeah.
Obviously they failed.
Yeah.
So a lot of people chilling here with their kids.
So a local built park, eh?
Yeah, you can tell. It's all handmade.
Yeah, well.
And we're in the central part of Athens. I mean, we're literally next to Omonia. This is the center of Athens.
Yeah.
Imagine the government just abandons them.
Yeah.
And there you can tell what I mean. Look, see how open it is for the artists, the kids, the children.
Wow, look at these guys.
Obviously, there's a thin line between druggies and kids.
Yeah.
But they're trying to prove a point. It's not just druggies. A lot of kids around.
Does Exarchia suffer the same problems as Omonia? In terms of nothing like
I need some ghetto shit to happen, lads. Y'all know me.
economy crashing.
Who's these guys?
Wow.
You can see the buses here. It's never moved.
Oh, look.
These are the buses I was talking to you about.
The riot buses. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. They got.
Look at that. That's a
buses
riot
ready.
bus. So not only do they have the riot officers down here separating, like standing there forever, 24/7 for decades now. So the boys can't leave, or like it's just more symbolic. This is their bus, bro.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, okay. Oh, there's an officer here. Should I go over to him? He's calling me. Hello, how are you? How are you?
We must remove.
Yeah.
We just played that we're from abroad.
Yeah.
And we're okay.
I'm pretending to remove it now. I'm pretending to remove it.
Oh, they telling him to move it and shit? Delete the footage?
I'm pretending to remove it now. I'll remove it.
Let's just walk off.
Yeah. No, I'm pretending as if I'm going to remove it. I actually can't because it's 1 40-minute
Get
take.
your shit, brother. We're moving back in. Let's go back in the hood.
I didn't know that I was filming next to the. I didn't know there was more officers there.
See, that's the thing. People
Why the cops don't want you to record though? Like, what's wrong with recording?
You're not gonna remember me for what I just did. I just brought you like on the border.
Yeah, that's what I was
I'm
telling you.
I'm filming the bus. I thought the only officer was down the street.
Bro, I told you.
Yo, he didn't even look like a cop. Yo, he looked like a regular ass nigga, bro. Nah, that's dangerous. Cause now you don't even know who the police and who not.
Right, I'm right next to the officer filming his bus. He's like, "Come here."
I was telling Eddie that they're eyeballing us very hard now.
Here you can tell what I meant by the very artistic people. Look,
Yeah.
it's still there. You got shops with all the old instruments of Greece. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful instrument, and it's, it's been part of.
All right, lads. Let me see something else interesting. I want to see the beautiful part. This is what I wanted to see. This looks beautiful.
Met you there.
You met me down there, yeah.
That big yellow building is
Yep,
in that area.
in that area. Look at the Pantheon. Look
Can you
at
imagine a place with such nasty, ugly history looks this beautiful? That's how it be, though, man. Yo, lads, don't forget to get at my Twitch. I'm about to start being outside. It's the holidays coming up. I'm going to take you guys to go see the tree. I did it last year. I'm doing it again this year. It's going to be all live reactions, okay? You do not want to miss this. I get at my Twitch. To all my members, still stay here because you're still going to get the exclusive videos first. Like I said, you want to see the live reactions? Get at the Twitch. I'm even going to post those clips on this video. I'm either gonna post those clips. I'm either gonna post those clips on this channel, but I'm gonna the members will also get it first. Alright, so let's search. I'm out, lads.